The art of saying everything by saying less. Charles Grodin's mastery of monologue. Charles Grodin was a master of subtlety, a performer who could command attention not by shouting or gesticulating wildly, but by doing something far more profound: pausing. In an era when comedy and performance often leaned on rapid-fire delivery and over-the-top antics, Grodin stood apart as a craftsman of restraint. His approach to monologue, marked by his deliberate use of silence, carefully chosen words and impeccable elocution, was nothing short of an art form. The power of silence. In the hands of most performers, silence can feel like dead air, a moment to be filled with noise, movement, or action. For Charles Grodin, silence was a tool as sharp as any punchline. He wielded it with precision, using pauses to create tension, invite reflection, or amplify the humor of a situation. Take for example his appearances on late-night talk shows, particularly with Johnny Carson or David Letterman. Grodin often played the role of the irritable, deadpan guest, delivering his lines with a deliberate slowness that left audiences hanging on his every word. But it wasn't just what he said that made these moments memorable, it was what he didn't say. Grodin's silences weren't empty, they were charged with meaning. A raised eyebrow, a slight tilt of the head, or a long pause before delivering a line could convey more than a paragraph of dialogue ever could. This mastery of silence allowed Grodin to control the rhythm of a scene or conversation. He understood that comedy, like music, relies on timing, and sometimes the most effective beat is the one you don't play. The economy of words. When Grodin did speak, his words were chosen with the care of a poet. He had an uncanny ability to distill complex emotions or ideas into a single, perfectly crafted sentence. His monologues, whether delivered on stage, in film, or during interviews, were never verbose or overwrought. Instead, they were lean and impactful, each word carrying its weight. Consider his performance in The Heartbreak Kid, where he played the self-absorbed and hilariously conflicted Lenny Cantrell. Grodin's dialogue in the film is a masterclass in understated humor. His lines are often simple, but the way he delivers them, layered with hesitation, self-doubt, or barely concealed exasperation, makes them unforgettable. This economy of words extended to his writing as well. Grodin was an accomplished author, penning books like It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here and How I Get Through Life. His prose mirrored his performance style, concise, witty, and deeply observant. Elocution as expression. Grodin's voice was another key element of his monologue mastery. His delivery was deliberate, his diction precise, and his tone perfectly calibrated to the moment. Whether he was delivering a comedic line or a heartfelt observation, Grodin's elocution ensured that every word landed exactly as intended. Unlike performers who rely on exaggerated vocal inflections or rapid-fire delivery, Grodin's speech was measured and naturalistic. This made his performances feel authentic, as though he were speaking directly to the audience rather than performing for them. His voice had a unique quality, calm yet commanding, understated yet unforgettable. It was the kind of voice that could make even the most mundane observation feel profound. The intersection of humor and humanity. What truly set Grodin apart was his ability to blend humor with humanity. His monologues often walked the line between comedy and pathos, revealing the vulnerabilities and contradictions of his characters or himself. In his later years, Grodin became known for his commentary on social and political issues, often delivered with the same wit and restraint that characterized his comedic work. Whether he was discussing the absurdities of Hollywood or the challenges of aging, Grodin's monologues were always thoughtful, incisive, and deeply personal. Charles Grodin's approach to monologue reminds us that sometimes less truly is more.